Senior Counsel Royce Ford today met and apprised Adiola Griffith, the CEO of the Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union, of Judge Navindra Singh's orders, which speaks to the removal of the chairman, secretary, and board member until the hearing and determination of the fixed date application, which is set for September 13th. Ford was accompanied to the credit union this morning by Trevor Ben, the former chairman, and Patrick Mentor, two of the three members ordered to replace Karen Van Slightman-Corbin, Jillian Pollard, and Ruth Howard. Rajdai Jaggernaut is out of the country. At the meeting this morning, the senior counsel asked for there to be an audit of the 10 months the management committee took control of the union.
So we're here today with two of the three persons who have been identified and specifically ordered by the court to exercise the functions of management in relation to the offices previously held by the three women. So I believe that it is our duty to come specifically to inform you so that you'll be able to facilitate and cooperate with the exercise of those specific functions going forward.
Okay.
You have any questions?
No, not at this time.
But I also advise them that having been appointed by the court at this stage and taking control of a financial organization, that it would be prudent that they have an audit done to make an assessment as to where the organization is now and what would have happened prior to the court's order under which they assume and exercise authority. So I hope that you would also facilitate and cooperate with them in relation to that. I believe that that is quite understandable because you're taking control of a financial institution without knowing exactly where and what would have transpired before.
The CEO, Adiola Griffith, said she is prepared to work with the members and will carry out the orders of the court.
As the CEO, it is my duty and responsibility to uphold the office, and if that is working with a committee of management, members of the committee of management, that is my duty. So if you're asking the question if I'm willing to work, I'm here to serve, I'm being paid a job, and yes, I'm willing to work with the committee of management, whoever comprises the committee of management.
She then answered several questions from the applicants in the matter.
Speaking to a member from my union, GTT, who informed that he came in, his car is being purchased from overseas, and he brought all the information, and he was told to come back to pick up the check. Lo and behold, yesterday he got a call saying, no, don't come, we'll call you because you're waiting on signatories. He said he's of the impression that the signatories to the account is probably overseas. And so we should not have members waiting that long. And so if persons have to travel overseas, there must be a plan B. There must be systems put in place to mitigate those things because the business of this place has to continue. Remember, we are here to serve, right? And service must be our priority. And so
she applied, she was a member for about 6 months or so. And then she came, wanted to get her number, credit union number. She waited an hour, and then she called me in frustration. I'm coming out to this thing because it's you make I come in. So I tried to persuade her differently, and she held out that this is what she wanted. So it's not a case where she has guarantee, because I explained that to her. I said, if you know that you've signed for somebody, it's not, reasonable and it's not advisable. But she hasn't signed for anybody, new member, but she's frustrated because of the slow process. And I think it's not only her, like Ms. Esmond rightfully says, if you go on the Facebook page, people are talking about these things all the time. I think service to people should be paramount and of most importance. And we need to understand that if we're in service business, we have to serve our people promptly. Because if they don't get it from us, they will go where they can get it faster. And if we are here to serve our people, we need to serve them swiftly and quickly. And I think too many people are frustrated on that.
We still do transfers to the bank accounts. We have issues where members submit bank accounts that are inactive. Sometimes those fail the list. Sometimes we have to resend those, redo the list and resend it to the bank. So sometimes that causes delay in persons receiving payments. So we do the bank transfers. We also do check payments to some members who don't have bank accounts. We do check payments for vehicle loans, the mortgages. And yes, at this time we do have a system in place where we have checks being signed on a daily basis. So it's not a case where the person is delayed with the payment of the check. Probably it's the time when the officer would have promised them to the time when the check is actually being delivered. They may have some delay in that.
Trevor Ben was forced out of office following a no-confidence motion by members of the management committee. Today he asked for the travel expenses of the management committee over the 10 months.
One specific request I have is for a list of all travel done. You know, one of the things that we complained about under the Patrick Yard leadership was the excessive amount of money spent on traveling overseas. We've seen that continue under the leadership of Karen Van Slytman. So one specific request I would have is for a list of all travel completed in the past year and the costs associated with those travel.
When you expect it?
I will leave it up to the CEO to decide how soon she can get it to us. How soon you think you could get that put together? Tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow morning.
The members of the Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union have seen improved quality of service over the years and were taken aback by the fallout among the management committee, which also refused to honor a petition they signed to have a special members meeting.